Hey y'all, so can we talk about some things that I am sick and tired of hearing as a person with alopecia? Listen, if you're new to my channel, your girl has ccca. That means that my hair falls out in circular patches. My problem areas are my crown area and on my left side. You can kind of see it as I'm picking out my hair. If you don't know, your girl is in Italy, and today I am going to Palermo, and we're going to do some sightseeing and some shopping out there. And I brought my wig, and I was like, you know what better time to wear her than when I'm strutting all this black girl magic in Palermo, okay? But I did want to just kind of prep my hair first. It's been really important for me to show my hair more self-care and self-love. And I do that by picking her out. I did put some water on her first. Then I'm going to oil her just a bit and give her a little cream before I put my wig cap on. But y'all, can we get into what I'm sick of hearing, okay? Listen, first things first, let's just get into it. Unsolicited advice. Oh, girl, did somebody ask you that? Okay. And I noticed that, when I see other, folks with alopecia or hair loss, drop their videos, it's just so many people in the comments giving unsolicited advice, right? So, I love Bernie Mac, y'all. And it is this episode of Bernie Mac where Bernie is at a baby girl's school and he gets in trouble for saying something to one of the students. And the teacher says, listen, we have a rule here at this school when it comes to, saying things to people. Is it necessary? Is it kind? And is it true? Oh my gosh. Imagine if we just applied that to more areas in our life, but especially to my alopecia girls and guys. I want y'all to ask yourself that before you get in the comments giving unsolicited advice. A person with alopecia, they know what's best for them, right? And even if we don't know, we're learning. But it's important to remember that that person who's going through that hair loss, who has alopecia, they are the expert, not you, right? Unless you, are a medically trained doctor, who is actually an expert in alopecia. But we're always going to defer to the person who's going through it as the expert, right? Let's get into number 2. Oh, girl. Oh, but before I go there, y'all, this is a wig from RPG. I will post the details to it in the comments. It was in my suitcase, y'all, for a little minute. I have a flat iron, so I did wear a hat with her, but she's really, really cute, and she's human and glueless like I like. Now that we've gotten that out the way, can we get into like products? When people try to give you product recommendations, that's another one of those things that I'm tired of hearing. Listen, if it was as easy as putting castor oil on my spots, don't you think I'd be Rapunzel by now? Okay. And I ain't, and other alopecians ain't. So I always, see that a lot is folks giving these, product recommendations and things of that nature. But hey, it's not that easy. And you also have to remember that alopecia is an autoimmune issue. So, it's not so like topical, right? It's more on what's happening on the inside of your body. My immune system is attacking my, hair follicles for whatever reason. I have to get to the bottom of that. In addition to, there's no cure for alopecia, right? And not to say that my hair won't grow back or other folks' hair won't grow back, but, there's no cure for that, right? So that's just something to remember, something that I'm definitely sick of hearing. Another thing that I think about that really gets me sometimes is the fake doctors, right? All of a sudden, you a medical doctor and somebody comments when it comes to somebody with alopecia and or a hair loss, right? And that kind of goes back to that unsolicited advice on top of you ain't no doctor, girl or guy, okay? So, that's just something to keep in mind, right? If that's not your ministry, just stay out that lane. And even if it is, right, did that person, ask for that? There was somebody in my comments, and I really like what they asked me. They, were like, hey, can you tell me more about your hair loss? Or the way they posed the question was not trying to give me, oh, I know what they said. They said, hey, have you tried XYZ? I was like, no, actually I haven't. They asked me a question. They didn't assume anything, right? And that kind of brings me to my last point, which is insensitivity. Let's, be sensitive to folks with hair loss, right? Think about the courage that it takes for a person to come out and talk about their experiences. How can we be more sensitive to those folks? So many times I see insensitive comments for other people, and it's just like, oh my gosh, did you really just say that? Listen, y'all, this look really came together. Y'all drop it in the comments and let me know, what do you think? And check out my alopecia playlist. Bye.